Thank you.
Good afternoon. It gives me immense pleasure to be here amongst all of you over here, especially to share my journey of agriculture to tissue culture. I would like to show the small film first, and then I would like to speak on it. You can please start the movie, please.
Ma'am, as the video plays, can you talk about the video? There's no, I mean, there is a voice break in the video. No, the voice is breaking actually. Yeah, you can raise the volume of the video. Yeah.
In 1999, there was a barren land over here, and we started thinking about doing agriculture. My childhood was in agriculture only, and that really were the roots where I started thinking about agriculture and to do agriculture. In the beginning, it was very difficult to do with the village ladies, work hard and started working in the farms, producing vegetables. That time, I thought that why the farmers can't have a good yield and earn for the betterment of their family and for the country also. And slowly we started studying about how to produce vegetables. And then I came to know that we can plant banana plants and have a good yield. But during those years, in 2003 and 2004, we were not getting good planting material. So we were just in the search of research. I was just doing research that where we can get the good planting material. And all I could hear was that we need to get it from outside countries, or export it from outside. And during those days, it was very difficult to get the flower plants or the vegetable plants to get it from outside, and that to tissue culture. So just thought of learning tissue culture, studied tissue culture, and then we started a small lab in about 400 square feet area. In the beginning, it was very tough, but it was a challenge. And I think because of the dedication or devotion towards plants and getting it done, we succeeded slowly. We started producing banana plants. In the beginning, we produced about 40,000 plants. But for the first year, it was a great failure. We had to throw nearly about 50,000 plants as they were not of good quality. But the second year, we started producing good quality plants. And then we didn't look back. Moreover, after the banana plants, now at present, we are producing about 3 crores of banana plants. per year and supplying to all the farmers all over India. Moreover, in 2003, when we started producing, I stepped into floriculture also. I started producing floriculture flowers, Jaipura flowers. There also we really thought that we should have good planting material. So we contacted a company from Holland, Netherlands. But I would like to tell the audience that it was very tough to collaborate that time. For one collaboration, to convince the foreigners of the Netherlands to get their technology, it took nearly 3 years. But after 3 years, they were really convinced that the Indian people, Indian laborers, Indian workers, they can really do much more better than any other laborers from all over India. They were really hardworking and they were really working hard. And then we got a collaboration of Jaipura, and now we have got really 9 collaborators working with us. We have from 400 square feet lab, we have got about nearly 2,80,000 lab. You can see the R&D over here. We have got good R&D facilities, good doctors working over there, and we really give good quality plant material. We have got nearly 1,200 staff working in the company, where we produce Jaipura plants, banana plants, ornamental plants, fruit plants, you name it, and a protocol is ready in our R&D. But this, when we started in the beginning, it was really tough. The journey was really tough. Now it's really in 2023. When I look behind, I really understand, feel that it was the support of the laborers, support of my people who really guided me, and we worked together as a family. Here in Pune, nearly 16 villages, people are working over here, moreover ladies. There was one sugar factory in the village, and that sugar factory was really stopped. And it was very difficult for these village people to earn a livelihood. And then it was a boon for them when they came over here to work at Rise and Shine. Audience, I would like to tell you, in the beginning, it was very difficult for the ladies to come and work over here. Moreover, it was also difficult for me also as a woman to work and start going over here. Taking care of the family, coming here, working, it was really a tough job. In the beginning, I had to go in the villages and get all the ladies to work over here. But now, I'm really proud and I'm really thankful to the Almighty also that now nearly about 1,200 ladies are working over here. And though they are illiterate, probably they are only 4th pass or 7th pass or 10th pass in the villages over here, still the seniority is the same. But they work very well, as if they have completed their BSc, MSc or technology, or if they've done their PhDs. Now the collaborators come over here, give the technology and teach them. And they're really producing good quality material, and we export our plants to nearly about 40 countries. That's the feather in our cap. Yeah. We are really proud of all the laborers working over here, and I really owe my success towards them. In fact, farmers, I'm really happy when I come to see that the farmers, maybe floriculture or horticulture, when they come here and they have really earned a good, from their farms, from the plants, when they produce good produce and when they have a good lump sum money when they've earned and they have taught their children, or they have built a house, or they have taken a car or vehicle, it really gives me that satisfaction. Now, even in the drought area like Bid and Pune in Maharashtra, we are supplying banana plants. We have been tied up with an NGO and they're taking plants from us, and we really give them plants at a very no profit, no loss rate. And we have come, when we have made the study, we have come to know that the suicide rates have gone down. It is not as before, and farmers are really doing well. And we are giving them good plant material. We have taken the technology from Israel also for the clumps, and we really produce plants through them. Moreover, in floriculture, if you could say, Chairperson, we have taken a technology from a Portugal company, and in India, we are breeding those flowers. We are the only company who is doing breeding over here in India, and that breeding has really been helpful for the Indian farmers in floriculture. Whatever breeding we are doing in floriculture, it is a good variety, as the breeding has been done in India with the Indian climatic conditions. If the breeding is done in other cold countries, the plants grown in India, little bit they have to compromise, or we have to need to give them technology. But the plants which have been bred in Indian climate, the growth, the production is very good. I really feel that in India, we can do whatever we think of it, but we really need to have dedication, devotion, and determination. Moreover, being a woman, it was really very difficult to strive hard and go in the society and convince everyone. But now I could say that with great hard work and even with the grace of the Almighty, we have been succeeded, and we are producing about 40 million plants per year and helping the farmers to earn a good livelihood. Thank you very much. I would like, if anyone wants to ask any questions, please you can ask. I'm really thank you. If you want to see the presentation of the company, we do have one presentation in details. Thank you so much.
Yeah, ma'am, you can share the PPT. Yeah. You can put this in. Yes, yeah. Okay.
The technical team is sitting with here, the general manager, Mr. Shravan Kamare, Mr. Bhagyashree, and Uday Patil. They
Hello,
all
sir.
nationally and locally also. So even if their interaction could be there, it would have been also good.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the meeting, sir. I'm sorry I could not get your name, sir. So, ma'am, you can continue with this presentation.
Yes, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, sir.
My name is Shravan Kamre, working as a general manager marketing. I'm taking care of floriculture division in Rajasthan, and I'm working in this industry last 24 years. So as a company, actually, we produce the floriculture crops as well as horticulture. So just want to give a presentation about the product basket related to floriculture. So as you see on the screen that we have gerbera, carnation, dendrobium orchids, gypsophila, chrysanthemums, and limoniums. So these are the crops actually we produce here by tissue culture, by cuttings, and for each and every crop we have a collaboration with our different companies out of India. So as considering the floriculture crop, commercial floriculture crops in India, gerbera is the topmost crop, floriculture crops which is grown. And when you see about the gerbera, actually it is a flower which can have different range of colors. They're used for the floral arrangements. They are used as a cut blooms, as well as they can grow in the wide range of climatic and topographic conditions in India. So the varieties, whatever we produce and supply to the growers, means we are considering about the local market. So these are the colors which are accepted in the market color-wise. These varieties you see on the screen, they are breeding. They has been done breeding in Indian conditions. As our CMD madam told that it is very helpful for the Indian farmers to grow these varieties in all the climatic conditions which are there in India. And I just want to tell you and happy to tell you that our CMD madam is taking initiative and doing the breeding program in India. So she is the first lady to do that. And whatever the varieties you see on the screens, so most of the varieties they has been done breeding by our madam, and it is at our facility in Pune itself. So the technology, whatever the people from out of India, out of the country, they are doing, the same technology has been adopted here, and it is very good for all of our farmers to have the good varieties every year, every time, and demand the market whatever is they required in the market. So you just see the photograph that about plantations. Yarkana is a crop which can be grown as a cut flower. This is a cut flower project, and it is planted majorly in soil. The plant population and density, you see that per acre about 24,000 plants are required, and the economic life of the plant is 3 to 4 years. Of course, it depends upon the management. The growers can grow it maybe 4 to 5 years and get the good production and quality. You just see the pictures, they are just about the packing. When the flowers are harvested, they are packed, and a bunch of 10 flowers has been packed in the boxes, and those boxes have been sent to the market. In India, actually, the market is good. All the metropolitan cities has a good demand. So it is a crop that you just fix the good price in the market, and around the year there is good market. Second crop we have as a carnation crop. Again, it is a cut flower varieties, and the crop mainly can be grown in the high altitude areas successfully. So all these varieties, we import the mother plants from a company from Holland, and we pull the cuttings from those mother plants, and we supply these plants to our farmers. Farmers, they are getting good opportunity to grow and cultivate all these crops and varieties. Every part of the country has a specific requirement, specific climate. Accordingly, we have all the varieties and crops. So if you see up the carnation, it can be grown in the high altitude areas like Himachal, like Ooty, where the temperatures are low. Even we can grow these crops successfully in places like Bangalore, like Pune. So this crop can be grown in the wide range of climatic conditions. Yes, these are some pictures from field as well as the packing. If you see about the plant density and population, about 80,000 plants has been planted per acre, and the life of the plant is 3 years. Again, this crop is used for the arrangement, bouquets, decorations, and mainly about functions like marriages. Even these flowers can be exported because the quality, whatever we are getting here in India, like in Ooty and Himachal, it is export quality flowers. So it is also a good opportunity for all our farmers who can grow these plants for exports. Because India is a big market, but at the same time, we can see and have a good opportunity to export these plants. Third crop, I just want to tell you about the dendrobiums. It is an orchid dendrobium crop, and mainly it can be grown in all the climatic conditions. But specifically, you just asked me that this crop require high humidity, low light intensity. So the coastal part of our India is good to grow orchids. As of now, if you see the dendrobium orchids, about 60% of the total requirement is imported. The flowers are imported from Thailand, then China, Singapore. So we have a good scope to produce this plant and supply to the Indian market. Most of the flowers now is becoming difficult to import due to the government policies of the custom duties, high custom duties. So that is the reason the farmers who can grow these crops in Indian climate or Indian conditions, he can get a good price. Of course, he is getting the good price as compared to import of the flowers, because as he supply this plant to the Indian market, fresh flowers, and they are as fresh as we import the flower. Because when we import the flower, actually in transit 4 to 5 days are being required. So the best life or the keeping quality of these flowers is less. So local flowers has a good quality, keeping quality, so it can be has a good demand in the Indian market. These are some varieties which can be grown commercially. Yeah, one variety is Sonia. Actually, about 80 to 90% of the variety, this variety is grown all over the world. About 10 to 20% white variety is accepted in the market. These are some different colors. Actually, they are also grown maybe 5% or 10%, like Burana Jade and Arabic. For growing of orchids, actually, the construction of polyhouse is necessary because if we think about the Thailand growing conditions, the plants, these can be grown in the shaded. But for India, we should require a polyhouse because during heavy rains, the plant is not able to grow properly. So to cover it from the rains, actually we have a polyhouse, and you just see the structures on the screen that it requires less light. So the shaded, whatever used for these greenhouses is a black color. So the shading effect will result in getting the plant good growth. This crop can be grown in soilless media, the cocoa shell is the media which can be used to grow this crop. And the benches, as you see on the screen, has to be prepared for plantation. As it is the growing of the plant is the root development. What you see, there should be aerial roots. It should not be grown in the soil. So that is why the roots should be hanging one, and there should be proper aeration for the roots. So for this purpose, the media which is required is the cocoa shell, and it is planted on the beds, raised beds, what you can say. So these are the substructures. Want to just show you. The media which is used for growing orchids is a coconut husk. Actually, in India, actually it is easily available. Then the cost is very less. So cocoa shell can be preferred to grow orchids in India, but it can be also grown in the charcoal. It can be also grown in the bricks. So considering the commercial growing conditions, it is better to have a growing of orchids in cocoa shell. So you just see how they are planted on the screen. These are 4-row plantation, and the plant to plant distance is about 20 centimeter. Row to row distance is about 20 centimeter. And if you talk about the plant population required, it is about 40,000 plants per acre. So these are the plants in the generative stage. We can just see this stage of the crop maybe 1 year after plantation. As the economic life of the crop is not less than 6 years, and it is very easy to maintain the crop, low diseases and pest attack. So it is very easy for any farmer who want to go into floriculture to grow these crops with less risk and getting more returns from the orchid cultivation. You just see the slide that the stage of harvest after plantation, when we have to just sell these flowers, the stage of harvesting is that the 40 or 50% of the flowers has to bloom, and remaining 40-50% should be in the bud stage, because the crop or the flower after planting, after harvesting, it can remain at least 2 to 3 weeks in a normal condition. So it is very hardy, doesn't require more controlled conditions like cool temperature or cold storage. So it can be stored in a normal conditions. This is a variety in white, that is a big white. Production is very high, accepted in the market. Along with the dendrobiums, in India, there are other orchid species which are grown in different climatic conditions. Just like Cattleya, then Phalaenopsis, then Mochara, Vandans, Cymbidium, Oncidiums, and there is one variety in Dendrobium, that is the Dendrobium mobile varieties. All these varieties actually they are grown in the pot for commercial pot cultivation itself. It can be used as a pot plant as well as a cut flower. So for each crop, the climatic requirement is that the humidity should be more. Even if you talk about the Phalaenopsis, the crop can be grown very well at the temperature between 21 to 27 degrees centigrade during daytime. And 15 to 18 degrees centigrade during night time. There should not be much difference in day and night temperature for flowering. So second crop, you just see it is a Mokara and Vanda. Again, it can be used as a cut flower as well as it can be sold as a pot plant. This crop actually again has the same climatic requirement as we grow like dendrobiums. Then other third crop, that is the Cymbidiums. Cymbidiums generally they prefer the cool temperatures, and the day and night temperature is not so much difference to be required. For getting the spikes, the temperature should be cool. It requires bright and indirect light, and the humidity required for growing these crops is about 40 to 70%. In northeastern part of India, the climate is suitable for growing Cymbidiums. Most of the growers they grow the Cymbidiums in pot during in that place. Other crop is Oncidiums. Actually, it is a new for Indian market, but it can be grown in pots and has a good opportunity because as it is a new crop, the market will also searching always for the new varieties, new flowers. So it can be a new option for all our floriculture orchid growing farmers. Climatic condition is not different as other orchid crops, and it prefer bright light. There should not be indirect light. There should be the indirect light, and all these crops they are shade away. Dendrobium nobile is a different type of dendrobium variety. Again, it is a pot plant. It is not used as a cut flower, but the cooler temperatures is good for growing Dendrobium nobiles. In our floriculture basket, we have another crop like Gypsophila. And Gypsophila generally can be grown in all climatic conditions, and mainly it is used as a cut flower. And the major use of this flower is in flower decoration, flower arrangements, like bouquets and various different arrangements of the flowers. Nowadays, this variety is popular in India. It is the just you see the growing requirements. These are plantations. How Gypsophila is planted. This slide you just see about the blooming stage. The variety what we supply is blossom, and its performance is very good and accepted in the market. Another crop is the Limonium. Again, this crop is used as a filler crop. It has a different variety, different colors like pink, blue, white. So these are the varieties we supply. It can be grown in open field as well as in the polyhouse. Most of our growers from Bangalore area, they grow Limoniums in the open field. So these are some pictures actually they are taken from our farmers from Bangalore area. Another crop we have chrysanthemums. We have different varieties. Mainly we have collaboration with the company from Holland, and that company provides a high quality and well-grown variety which are accepted in the market. This is the slide you just see about the plantations support system after blooming. These are some of our farmers who grow these flowers. About 1,60,000 plants are required for 1 acre, and it is a short duration crop, every 4 months. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, you just ask. We have
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
I would like to introduce Mr. Bhagyashree. He is technically very much knowledgeable for all the horticulture products and even the floriculture products. At present, he is working with strawberry and berries. That is a new product, and that will be really of good help to all the farmers. I would like him to speak about a few words.
Good afternoon, sir. Please welcome to the meeting, sir.
Yeah, madam, good afternoon to all of you. My name is Bharat Bozle. I am very associated with Rajan about last 21 years. Currently, actually, we are working with, I'm working with a company called as California Pacific Plant Exports, and marketing company of California. Basically, this company, we deals with many breeding companies in the USA, the University of Florida, then Washington State University, University of Arkansas, and United States Department of Agriculture. Anyway, with the great vision of Madam, because she always believe on supplying the quality plants. So the in the berry sector, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. These berries actually normally in Europe and America growing in a big way. Before, in our mindset, people were only thinking strawberry can be grown only in the hills. But last 3-4 years, with association with the Rise and Shine, we imported our varieties mainly which can be grown with a zero chill environment condition. Like in winter time, you can grow strawberries any part of the India and you get a very good yield. So coming to today's topic about, because ma'am explained very well tissue culture. So in any growing, planting material plays very, very important role. And last 4 years, Rajan Shine is doing excellent quality plant propagation of strawberries, because strawberry is the future in India, not in India, in the world, because after COVID-19, due to nutraceutical value and maybe nutritional value of all berries, the demand is increasing. Last 2 years, if you see the scenario in India, the prices of strawberry fruits are exactly double. Because there is an acute shortage, berries is having both capacities. One is fresh as well as processed. If you take the example of Egypt, last 10 years, Egypt is now #1 in strawberry production as well as export. So India is a huge hope. Anyway, this is a constraint of the planting material, and a company like Rajesh and with the MAM vision, we are always there to bring all new varieties in India, because initially there was big obstacle. What Madam already spoken, that initially foreign companies was not interested to bring new varieties in India, because due to we are not OPAO member. But again, by seeing the potential of population potential and young generation, so all breeders are now ready to come in India, and that's why if you see last 2-3 years, ma'am is growing very new varieties of strawberries. Before people were only planting Vitodon, but now we have sweet sensation, we have Eliana, we have Beauty, we have Brilliance. All these are new varieties, and actually increasing the farmer income is very easy, because normally we have to produce the product which can be having a both value, like fresh as well as processed. And as it is, the berries are having very good nutraceutical value. So I think in the future, as our company, University of Florida Varieties and Rising Shine, we are very close association to produce the best quality planting material for Indian farmers, and our main objective to increase the definitely, because if you see the economics of all berries and economics of all other crops, I think berries will give at least 2 to 3 times more returns of the growing, and for that the plants, varieties, and technical know-how. Apart from only not supplying the plant, but Rajesh is a company who is giving the backup to the farmers with our support, and that is very important to make a success of the project. So altogether, if you see the future, not in India but worldwide, I think there's a great potential to grow berries in India. And first we have to feed our population, and then there is again good demand to export to many Middle East countries and even Southeast Asian countries. So for that, I think the Rajesh is a role model to give the best quality planting material. And since beginning, man is always focusing to supply the best quality of plants, not only strawberries, not only other berries, but with the bananas and as well as other perennial crops. With this, I think for Indian farmer community, we are always there on behalf of Rajesh. We are also giving guarantee that we will supply the best quality plants of all berries, not only strawberries, but in future blueberries and black raspberries also, which are having very good raspberries. Now farmers are producing, these are IP productive varieties, but selling at 2,000 rupees per kg. So for this, rising is always there, and for future, for Indian farmers, we will definitely bring all new varieties which Europe is growing, which America is growing, and that will definitely change the dynamics of the industry, and that is, I think, the vision of our government. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for the brief introduction and sharing the details. Now I'll take up some questions. So first question is from ma'am, and it is, how did you first get involved in tissue culture plant production?
Basically, when I started planting the banana plants in my own field, I came to know that the 60% of the planting material was not of good quality and we were not getting good yield. And from my childhood, I don't know, I was very emotional about farmers or working with the farmers. And I always felt that this scenario where the farmers don't produce good money or good income has to change. And that was the only idea behind it, that I have to work for them. And we have to show the world that we can, because in those days, probably we were just thinking that we should have no profit, no loss at least, and earn a good living. And that inspired me, looking at the poor people, the women used to work with me. And with great challenge, we took up about that and got it done.
Okay. And what types of tissue culture plants have you worked with?
We have worked with bananas, pomegranates, and all the ornamental plants, floriculture plants. Nearly about 50 varieties of all ornamental plants. We have worked with them. We have got protocols over it. We have got a good R&D team.
Okay. Okay. And next question, what techniques and protocols have you used for tissue culture plant propagation?
Actually, there is a technique. Have you shown the lab?
Video.
Okay. I think it was in the video that how in the lab it is a process. The mother plants, they get the sucker, say for bananas. They select a good mother sucker. And from one sucker, they produce about nearly 250 plants or so with good quality plants. They take the sucker, then they initiate it. There's a huge protocol about it to make it virus-free. Not a bit of to clean it thoroughly. In the R&D, they do the initiation and then it goes in the laboratories. And then there are cycles. You do the initiation and the multiplication and the rooting stage. And then it comes out, the plant comes out, and then it goes into the hardening. It's a total process of nearly 1.5 years. From initiation to the farmer.
Okay. And have you worked with any specific plant species that presented unique challenges?
Yes, we are working through hardy crops also, ornamental crops also, orchids, andrea, floriculture also, and even medicinal herbs, medicinal plants.
Okay. And next question, what are the key benefits of using tissue culture plants in agriculture and how can farmers maximize their advantages?
See, now in a traditional way, think about the fruits. If you plant the banana plants with the suckers, the yield which it comes or the fruit which it bears, it doesn't come at the same time, or we can't harvest it at the same time. But in tissue culture plant, you can harvest it after 9 months or 11 months, depending upon the variety. And at the same time, within 8 days, you harvest it and you send it to the market. You can transport it. You're benefited for the transport. Otherwise, in traditional way, one bunch comes today, the second bunch will come for 2 months or 3 months, and the crop in the field goes on lagging for nearly 2 years. So this tissue culture, you can harvest the crop at one time within 8 days and send it to the market at the right time, and then you get the returns also immediately. Or for the ornamentals or the floriculture, you get good quality planting material.
Okay. And how do you ensure the sterility of the tissue culture environment?
Pardon? Yes. We do check in the laboratory. they are good people. Quality checking is always there, and quality check people we have kept them specially in all the PGR rooms or in the plant inoculation rooms also.
Okay. And can you explain the basic steps involved in the production of in the production of tissue culture plants and the equipment needed for small scale setups?
Yeah, so in the beginning, we need for the initiation, we need the laminar flows. Then to prepare the media, we need the autoclaves. We need to the bottles to wash. Then the media has to be prepared. So media also is prepared scientifically, where the media again it is autoclaved for nearly 24 hours at a temperature of about 120 degrees. And after that, when the media is autoclaved, we keep it outside, observe it for nearly 24 to 48 hours, and if see if any fungus or bacteria is growing in the media. If we see one body which is grown, we just take it outside or the media we see it properly. And then we send the bottles into the plant inoculation room where the plants cutting has done and the plants are planted in that media. And it is grown in the plant growth rooms. And after about 2 months or so, we see that we again multiply it. And there are about 6 to 7 cycles of multiplication and rooting. And after that, the plant is dispatched to the dispatch room. Then the roots have come, and then it goes to the polyhouses, greenhouses, where we plant in the poly bags. In plugs, it is a plug.
Okay. And yeah. And how do you monitor and maintain the health and quality of tissue culture plants throughout the production process?
Yes, we do maintain that. We see to it that it has been really. There are people, there are supervisors who see the quality of it. Each plant in the plant go through, they observe it, and they've got a very keen eye. They can understand immediately if there's any off-type pointing, and then immediately it has been removed. And then we see after that, when it is there in the polyhouses, we do the R&D in our fields also and observe, and in the farmers' field also all over India in different areas. We see that the yield has been done proper and take a proper follow back. We have got good technical team, we have good coordinators on a daily basis, getting up the farmers and take the feedback.
Okay.
Even for the banana, if we say that small elaichi banana, they are good literate people who are engineers who are doing agriculture over there. And it is very heartening to tell you, they really earn lakhs of rupees. We really guide them properly. We have got a good technical team, good marketing team. Nearly 40 of them people are there all over India who do the technical advice, their advice to the farmers.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, have you encountered any common issues or setbacks in tissue culture production, and how did you address them?
See, we probably sometimes it has happened, but then we have just overcome that because we see about the quality. In the beginning, I think prevention is better than cure. So in the beginning only we do the RNI, we do the virus testing of the plants. Each and each plant, each and each culture has been tested in the laboratories at Trichy also, in Pune also, and in our laboratory also. So we are sure that the plant material, whichever you're doing, will be of good quality.
Okay. Now I think we have the last question.
And moreover, I'd like to tell you, madam, that we take care of our labor. We do their monthly checkup also, and we teach them yoga also.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And are you familiar with any regularity or quality control standards related to tissue culture plant production?
Yes. Yeah, we have got SOP, we have ISO company, and we have got good phytosanitary officer. I wish for those there. We have got a very good officer who takes care of all those regulations.
Okay. Okay. And before we wind up, would you like to give any quick tips to our audiences or
Yes,
any of your feedbacks?
yes. I would like everyone that we have to work towards agriculture. I think with dedication, with determination, with devotion, we should have that passion to work for agriculture. And supposing if we work into the depth of it, I think success is yours. But we should have a great vision and see to it that we work positively over it. Because in India, we really export about only 1% must be done. So, we have to see about exporting also. Instead of importing from outside, we can produce good quality material, we can produce good fruits. We have to go into organic also and do the needful.
Okay.
Because agriculture, if we take it as a passion, which I took it, and saw that after so many years, we can flourish. We have to take it as a professional business. And it is possible. Because now these youngsters, they are really brilliant people. The digital world is there. So, they can do much more better than what we were doing traditionally.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. I don't see, I don't see any more questions from our participants. So now we have come to end of question round. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank you for a very detailed and interesting presentation. And we also like to thank your team members also for joining this meeting and answering all the questions in depth. So we'll be ending this meeting now, and I have shared your contact number. Your company's contact number with our participants, just in case if they have any further queries, they can directly reach out to your team. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
One thing I would like to share that as India is a very country with spiritually also oriented, and we have got lots of samskar in our Indian people. So, when we are producing the plants, there's continuous chanting going on, and we just produce it. I think that's also one plus point where everyone is positive, and it has affected, the music has affected the plants. I've seen that. I've done a study over it, and it has really helped.
Okay.
So we continuously chant the mantra about the plants, which is there on our brochure or which is there in the company. That's the logo where we say Mulato Brahma Rupaya, Madhyato Vishnu Rupaya, Agrasya Shiva Rupaya. Where in our Vedas, it has been written that the plant's roots has been compared to Brahma, and the leaves and the stem has been compared to Vishnu, and the fruit has been compared with Shiva. And that is Namo Namah. We just go towards the plant and start working.
Yeah, that's true, ma'am. That's true. Very right said, ma'am. So, yeah. So we'll close this meeting now, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for giving us an opportunity to speak. Thank you, Rajni Madam.
Yeah, most welcome, ma'am. Thank you, Rekha, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.